So yeah, this is what you really think of Japanese architecture. Very, very tidy, very beautiful, very square. Yeah, lots of projects like this around. And I do take pictures of these as well. But kind of what I'm really interested in is slightly the more uglier things that get built. And you wonder, why on earth are they built like they are? Why is there that little arch over the entrance, but the gate comes in the other way? Look at that, up on that third floor, there's this stuff. Was it built on the terrace? Where did they get that drain pipe going down the side of the building? Somebody's obviously designed that, drawn it, and built it, And then in Japan, that you use up every tiny little bit of space. So there's that slither of land there. And what could you do with it? Well, you can make something which is a drying area for your clothes, It looks a little bit like the Titanic, but quite spectacular. So on the left-hand side is the river that I run past. And then you get things that are so wrong, and we'll be talking to Frank Lloyd Wrong a little bit later. So these styles which are imported from goodness knows where, and just a complete nightmare, especially up there in the gables there, those funny windows. Gee, and then some arched windows, and oh dear. And color sort of plays a big part too in these smaller areas, or these smaller buildings. There are no visual guidelines. There are color guidelines coming in. There are no planning guidelines. You don't have to show this to anybody. They won't say, "Oh, you can't build that because we don't like it. We don't know how it looks." As long as it fits into the structural regulations in Japan and the fire regulations, you're good to go. So any color goes, as you can see here. I think Prince lives in the house on the right, in the purple house there with the Lambretta. But yeah, I wonder how they got that turquoise house design. And this is another absolutely classic piece of coloring here, yeah. Especially, it really does glow yellow as you run past on a sunny day. And you can see here that, if you took that to planners in the UK, they kind of go crazy. But here, because, the city was anyway, here we go. Yeah, I was surprised how many green buildings there are, and in the summer how they just get covered. They are covered with ivy. This is an inhabited building. People live in here, and the leaves fall off. They'll probably start sort of November time, and obviously they'll start coming back in April. But generally, these amazing green buildings dot across the city. As I say, I was kind of really shocked when you look at how many green buildings there are. Like this one. This one gets trimmed. I drive past this each day, and this gets trimmed back every couple of months. But it's absolutely fantastic, almost shaped like a sort of tooth, I thought I'd just take a break halfway through the presentation and show you that, that we're very lucky with the pandemic here. And it's basically because every shop you go into has hand sanitizer outside. They'll take your temperature, and everybody wears masks. That's why in a population of 38 million people, we only have 200 or 300 cases a day. I really love the sort of downtown or Shitamachi area. And here too, you can see there's a huge amount of green. And I sort of really love these buildings. And sadly, many of them are being knocked down, and concrete buildings going up, yeah. My old professor, James Gowan at the Royal College of Art, would call the one on the left a dog's dinner. Or say it's actually trying to make, it's like trying to teach a dog to sing. Because, yeah, I've no idea how you would draw something like that. And I love that big blue tiled roof on the other side. Here, these buildings are called twins. What happens, there's a very large inheritance tax in Japan, or land tax, when your parents die. 50% of your land has to go to the government in tax, or you have to pay 50% of the value of the land. So people chop their sites in half, live on one side and build a house on the other and sell that. And so you get many of these sort of paired houses, or these twin houses. And then everybody tries to work all the way through the regulation. So we've got a right of light there coming down on the left-hand side, and we can squeeze this 5-story building in. I think that's a cemetery on the other side. So there was some regulations there. And then I also love the shadows that are cast by the all of the wires in, we keep the wires in the air because of earthquake. And so they actually bring something to the city, and I kind of love them, but I also love the shadows that they make on the buildings and the way they move during the day. And then you get all sorts of Disneyland stuff going on. Quite what I think it's actually the same architect. Yeah, there are some little similar features there with the staircase and the gabled windows. Yeah, very strange. And then there's obviously this sort of Spanish really amazing, tiled roofs. Why this is in center of Tokyo, I have no idea. They both like purple. They both like deep red cars. Obviously, these people. So it's absolutely fantastic. And then there's a lot of these kit builds that are built by these prefabricated home companies. The one on the left could be a Richard Meyer, and the one on the right could be made from Lego. Really, it probably is made from Lego. Yeah, just very strange buildings. Everything's quite different. This one on the one on the side, on the left-hand side, the green one, has got something quite unique about it. Very Venturi-esque, I think, where Peter Exley used to work back in the day. And then, we are living in a simulation. I think we must be, because this person, the chances of her walking past when I was taking a picture of this yellow house with her identical yellow umbrella could not be planned. We must be living in a simulation. Thank you very much for that instant PechaKucha.